Good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025. Amazing. Can't believe where last year went, let alone we're already 3/4 of the way through the first month. So anyway, we're going to get started tonight, and we're doing a short. Jesus has been talking to me a lot, and he keeps telling me he's coming soon. So he says, these are what I want you to teach. So if you sense a theme, especially tonight, that's why. God must judge the church in order for the end to start. Because first he has to separate the sheep from the goats in some form or fashion. It's not the final judgment day separating of the sheep and goat, but it is for the rapture. And he says, pray that you be found worthy to escape the wrath to come. Luke chapter 21, verse 36. So there's a lot of things that he has to do. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Not too much because we're only got 5 minutes. But 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Now we ask you, brothers and sisters, concerning the coming of our Lord, I forgot to change that, Yahushua, the Messiah, and our gathering together to him. Gathering together is the word for rapture. And even though rapture doesn't, people will say all the time, rapture doesn't appear in the New Testament. No, but it's Greek word for it does. So anyway, not to get shaken out of your mind or disturbed, either by spirit or word or letter, as if though as if through us, as though the day of the Lord has come. Now, why did Paul say as if the day of the Lord has come? Because in 1 Thessalonians, which was the first book that Paul wrote after his Damascus Road experience, but it was, who knows, 5 to 10 years after he didn't go into ministry for at least 5 years, maybe up to 10. But after his first writing, he received a lot of information, a lot of feedback from people saying, well, they're hearing that the Messiah already came and we missed him. So he is clarifying this. That's why he wrote 2 Thessalonians, because 1 Thessalonians took with it a lot of misunderstandings. But it wasn't necessarily from him, but there were secular groups that were trying to portray that the Jewish Messiah had already come. Let no one deceive you in any way. He's saying that he didn't come. For the day will not come unless the rebellion comes first and the man of lawlessness is revealed. Now, what does it mean by the rebellion? He's saying people's hearts are going to grow cold to the sound doctrine, and they're going to be looking for false teaching. And that's what he's talking about here. And he says, when you see that, know that the Antichrist is about to appear. And we won't know who the Antichrist is because hopefully we're all going to be raptured. And the Antichrist will not be revealed until at the signing of the 7-year peace treaty. Whoever orchestrates that will be the Antichrist, and he will come out of Syria or northern Iraq, but more than likely Syria. Luke chapter 21, verse 34. But watch, so your hearts are not weighed down by carousing, strong drink, and the worries of this life. He's saying, don't get so wrapped up in this little 70 or 80 years down. We were just talking about that. Don't get so wrapped up in this world. It is but a vapor. It's not going to be here long. So what? All those people that we miss now, we're going to see them in another 15 minutes on God's time. I mean, to him, a day is 1,000 years, 1,000 years a day. 15 minutes, shoot, that's 150 years. So very soon, we'll be reunited. I mean, I got 7 grandchildren in heaven. I can't wait to see them. I've never met them. Can't wait to see them. Do not let that day come upon you suddenly like a trap, but stay alert at all times, praying that you may have the strength to escape all these things about to happen and to stand before the Son of Man. Now, this is the Jewish version of that verse, but in the every other translation in English, it says, pray that you be found worthy to escape the wrath to come. And I use the example of what he's saying there, is there's wheat and tares in every church. no matter how good your church is, Jesus told them, when the enemy came and spread the seed of weeds, tares in the freshly planted wheat field, his disciples said, "So now that we see which ones they are, should we tear them up?" He says, "No, you're gonna tear out the good wheat just to get the bad tares out, because their roots are intertwined." We're sitting in the same pews with people that do not know Jesus. That's sad. We don't know who they are. None of my business. I'm way above my pay grade. So it is what it is. Oops. So anyway, just be ready is the theme of what we talked about, because Jesus could come at any moment. He said, none of you are going to know, but know that it's like a thief coming. If the homeowner knew in which hour the thief was coming, he would have prepared. Well, we know we're in that last hour. Be prepared, because he's coming, but not the thief. Jesus is coming. So, I know you're either checking in with us at streetlightgr.com /Facebook or YouTube at Streetlight Bible Study 4006. Please forward that out to people you know. They need to hear this stuff too. Not just our shorts, but our long teachings. Be blessed and always be a blessing to others. Thank you for tuning in.